Today I have 10 nursing school clinical life hacks that'll make your life so much easier. Hi everyone, I'm Danielle Denise and welcome to my channel. For those of you who may not know me, I'm in an entry-level Master's of Science in Nursing program to become a psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner. I'm currently in my first portion of my program, which is similar to an accelerated Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. So I'm doing all of the standard RN clinicals that you might experience as well. These are some tips that I was taught by other nurses and some that I just came up with myself because I make mistakes and I learn from them. So now I want to share them with you. And don't worry, if you're already a nurse, you can learn a tip or two as well. So before we get started, a free way for you to help my channel is to hit that thumbs up button, letting YouTube know that this is a good and resourceful video. Also, I'd love for you to stick around and follow me on my nursing journey. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. And that's all that I have to say on that, so let's get started. I know that I said I was gonna get started, but super subscriber secret, I'm doing a Littman Classic 3 Stethoscope giveaway, as well as some Janu mask, only to my subscribers. So make sure that you're subscribed down below so that you don't miss when those giveaway rules go live. Okay, that's all. Back to the video. This first life hack I learned from a nurse that I worked with my first semester in nursing school. She told me that she keeps her pins right on her collar. Of course, this would be easy if you're in scrubs, but having it on the collar of your scrubs or where you put your badge makes it easier for you to just grab your pen and write anything that you need to. Also, nurses are always telling me we don't put dirty gloves in our pockets. So it's easier to have your pen right here so you don't have to reach into your pockets with your dirty gloves. You can just pull it from the collar. First life hack. Now this next life hack you might not get anywhere else. This is a Danielle Denise exclusive. This one I came across by accident when I was taking the pulse of one of my classmates in skills lab. So one day I was holding their hand, you know, taking the pulse as usual, and turns out my watch was flipped like this. But when I was in class, since it was flipped like this and I was holding their hand like this, I was able to just look down at my watch and take their pulse. I didn't have to, you know, do the full switch. It's all based on preference. You don't have to look up at a clock. It's just already there. You're just holding their hand like you're just casually speaking to them. This also works if you're trying to be discreet with respirations. Any way your watch is flipped really doesn't matter, but this way I just like it because I can just hold their hand and just comfort my patient. Just like a mini life hack. It's not that big of a deal, but I thought it was pretty cool because I came up with it myself and now I do it all the time. It's just usually flipped like that. This next life hack is for when you're taking your patient's vitals. Instead of reaching in your pocket and pulling out a sheet of paper or your clipboard to write down your vitals, write it on the back of the glove. You could take a little Sharpie, just jot it down. People actually sell gloves with the lines on them. Why spend that extra money? You already have access to gloves in the hospital. You're gonna throw them out anyway. As long as your hands are dry and you're taking vitals, you can definitely make use of the back of the glove to write those vitals down. And then when you want to, I'm gonna put on mismatched gloves really quick, just to show you guys that when you're taking off the other glove so that you can start using your pen to write, you just tuck and pull off. And then you can grab your pen and just jot it down. Ta-da! Another life hack. And then it's already there, and then you can use your free, clean hand to chart on the computer. Nurses do not like when you use your glove hands to type on the computer. Some do, some don't, but most don't. So you can just pop that glove off, type, and look at your vitals that are on the back of your hand. Another life hack. Okay, this next life hack is for your patients. This is when you just have your stethoscope on all the time, just parading through the hospital, and hospitals are cold, and your stethoscope is made of a little bit of metal, okay? So these can be cold when they feel like that immediate shock of touching their skin. They're like, whoa. You can just put it in your gloved hands and hold it and warm it up a bit. Get it nice and warm. and then apply it to your patient. That way, they won't have the shock of the cold stethoscope hitting them. It's not a necessity again, but it's just a nice comfort thing for your patients. If you don't want to warm it up with your hand, what you could also do is you could take a glove and cover your stethoscope. Covering the stethoscope is also good for if there's any like fluids or anything and you don't have a disposable stethoscope on hand. It's good for that as well. Cover it up. This next life hack is important for when you are being asked if you have any tape on hand. It was always the time when I didn't have my tape available that I was asked if I had any tape. So I just learned to keep this tape on my stethoscope. You might have seen this done plenty of times. Keep it on the stethoscope, that way if you're ever asked, it's already here. If you guys can't tell, I'm very excited to get back into the hospital and to share these tips with you guys. I miss it so much. I can't wait until it's like post-Rona and we can be back full-fledged in the hospital. Turns out some students are actually still there and some of us might get to go back soon, and I can't wait. These life hacks are perfect for me to remember for once I go back. So it's a great refresher for me and great for me to share with all of you. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Again, hit the thumbs up to let YouTube know that you enjoyed this video as well. Now let me get on to the last half. So because I don't have any IV tubing, I mean, why would I? The next life hack is for when you're doing priming for your tubing. If you don't have your trash can or a sink like super close to you in the room, what you could also do when you're priming your tubing, we'll use my stethoscope and pretend as you're priming and the fluid's going through the IV tubing and coming down to the bottom where it leaks, you could actually put a glove at the bottom of the tubing and stop it so that any leaking fluid will go into the glove at the bottom of the IV tubing, and you pull that off and you dump it. There you go, life hack for your tubing. You can also do that for feeding tubes as well. Any tubing that you need to prime, you can throw a glove at the end of it. A wonderful nurse, a male nurse, taught me that one. I'm sure other nurses knew it, but what happened was the hospital room that we were in was just so big and the trash can was so far. He didn't want me like running across. He just grabbed another glove and slipped it at the bottom, and that's how we primed my tubing. So there's so much you learn from little mistakes that happen. Another life hack I got is specific for the patients. When you're putting on a bedpan underneath the patient, you can use baby powder or lotion so that the plastic bedpan doesn't stick to the back and bottom of your patient. Patients appreciate it so much more when you're not having to peel the plastic off the back of their skin. And I think my final life hack for today, yep, that'll be, I don't know if you guys heard that, but my stomach is growling. So this will be my final life hack for today. The final life hack is for when there's a code brown, you know? We're nurses, okay? Even our CNAs, they're not always gonna be there to clean up everything for us. We're responsible for that as nurses, as well as students. Students are like at the bottom of the pole, of the totem pole. So we're responsible for the code browns as well. So I will use this wonderful non-hospital grade mask that was given to me as an example. This is nice and thick, but what you can do is double mask. When you put this on, I won't put it on now because face is beat. You can put a little something in the mask, on one layer of the mask, so that it kind of masks the scent, you know? Or you can do a little something on your top lip. I don't wear makeup to clinical, so I'm always putting something here. I usually put something here so that I don't waste mask. Or what people were doing pre-Rona, they would use 2 masks. And you put a little something on that first mask and then cover it up with a second mask. So some of the things that I've heard people use are Vicks Vapor Rub, they bring that with them, or toothpaste. You can use that, or a little lotion. You can put that over your nose. In desperate times, I think one of my patients had a GI bleed. I was desperate for something to put in my nose or on my nose, and I use hand sanitizer. I don't recommend, but if it's available and you need to mask it, I just put a little sanitizer. My nose hairs were they all fell out, so I don't recommend that, but you can use, yeah, toothpaste, lotion, Vicks Vapor Rub, something like that. Also, when you're cleaning up that code brown, you can double glove, triple glove, whatever that takes. I'm usually fine. I think there has been a time where it was close, but luckily another nurse was there with me and was like, watch out. And I was like, oh, all right. And those are all of the life hacks that I have for you. I think it was 10, might have been more, because as soon as I would say one, I would think of something else that was important to go with it. But yes, there you go, some nursing school clinical life hacks. Once you're a nurse, you come up with all sorts of creative things to get through nursing. So I'm sure some current nurses have some great tips to leave for you guys down in the comments. So please, if you're a nurse or another nursing student and you have some other great life hacks that you would like to share, please share those down in the comment section below. We would love to start a wonderful life hack thread down there, just to really help us all out. That would be great. And if you would like to follow me on my nursing school journey, be sure to subscribe. I also have a little giveaway coming up so that you guys can win a stethoscope just like mine. I have the Littman Classic 3. I will be giving one of those away to my loyal subscribers for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers, as well as some Janu masks that I have coming in. That will be a separate giveaway, so be sure that you're subscribed so that you hear about that. And I will see you all in my next upload. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.